Hello. The level 52 Astrologian quest given to us by Jannequinard in Ishgard in his normal spot is Empty Nest. Here we go. I have good news and bad news. The good news is preparations for the symposium on Sharlayan Astrology have been progressing smoothly, as we have expectedly encountered very little resistance from the vault. They have even gone to the trouble of securing us a spacious venue for the event. The bad news is, the spacious venue in question lies in Falcon's Nest. Lest you wonder, I speak of the same frigid building site in the middle of nowhere that you will doubtless have heard so many good things about. Yes, my friend, that Falcon's Nest. Yet I suppose this may be a blessing in disguise. I am just not certain what that blessing may be. Perhaps we should all make for the hamlet and see. And go right back to Falcon's Nest, where I just came from for the Bard quest. Luna, stop the barking at the nothing. There's nothing to bark at. It's probably just a delivery truck. Yeah, it's a delivery truck, weirdo. Get over it. I like to take the Falcon porter. Well, I guess it's a Chocobo porter. And this is why I take your... Hey, come here. I'm going to take that off. Only, come here. It's okay. Come here. You don't need the collar. Come here. Come here. No, come here. What the hell? I'm just gonna take your collar off. I don't need you making the jinglies. That's why I also close the door over. At least I don't always close it, but I don't need your jingly janglies. Come here. Hi. Come on. She's scared of everything. You can walk around with a frying pan or a towel, and she's scared of it. If you don't have anything in your hands, she's still kind of scared, but I don't know what happened to her. My aunt got her in a situation where she really should not have got her. And then she died, and my parents took her. So that is why she's here. But she was living in the entire house was about 15 by 15, give or take. And no yard, no nothing. She has a yard here, but I guess something was happening to her that made her super skittish, or she's just a small dog. I've had 3 small dogs, and this one, 2 of them have been skittish. One was awesome, Gizmo, and the other 2 have been pretty skittish, but here is Jannequinard to continue in kind of a westernish portion of Falcon's Nest in Corthus Western Highlands. Greetings, Mercy. It appears that not only is our symposium to be held in a tiny hamlet miles away from civilization, crawling with people who cannot even spell astrology, let alone grasp how it works, but that no one in the whole town has even been informed of our arrival. The 3 of us have been spending the last bell speaking with whomever will listen, inviting them to attend the event, so at least we won't be speaking to an empty forum. Oh, worry not, my friend. We have saved the northern district just for you. Wink. I don't know what that means. What's weird about the northern district? It's just like the entrance to Falcon's Nest, where I believe there is a fate. Actually, there's one going on right now. I'll put Pegasus in attacker stance and help out these knights. I can't really click on all of them. Hold on. Gravity span. Until more knights arrive, and then I can't anymore. Or sorry, more wolves arrive. Attack, knights, attack. Oops. Like, it's so hard to target you guys because you're all grouped up. I'll just give myself a shield here. I still need to get a freaking onion to make it so that I can get Pegasus up to level, I think, 10? 10? 10? I keep wanting to say 20 sometimes, but... Can I get you guys with an AoE? Yet? No. Oops. Gravity spam. Oh. I can actually give Pegasus a little buff here too. Go, get him, Pegasus. I don't know if the melee buff gives gives your Chocobo anything special. I don't have to kill another, just one, that last wolf should do it. Yeah, so we're good here. Welcome for keeping you alive. We got 519 per wolf and a 21,000 experience. Those are experience points. I don't know. 21 plus maybe another 7,500. And it didn't take long. But doing dungeons is faster for sure. And you know, obviously healer queues are really fast. Here's a Falcon's Nest Elder right next to the stairs, like going from snow up into the actual stone and stuff of Falcon's Nest. A cutscene, by the way. Sharlayan Astrology, eh? You a heretic? Because you're talking like one. There's only one kind of astrology in Ishgard, and it ain't the heathen kind. Considering as you're an unbeliever, I suppose the knights might allow you to yap and yammer, but cause too much commotion, you'll be disappeared like that other lad. Now when was that? Bloody heretics. A wounded knight, sorry, off screen. He's using a staff as or cane to kind of hobble up to us. An outrider, and his wounds look deep. Is there a cutter nearby? Says the old man. The wounded knight is one hand down, one knee down. Please, I have 5 children. Aspected benefic? Oh, that's the hot. Aspected benefic. Benefic? What is this sorcery? My cuts. They knit themselves together. Are you a healer, adventurer? If so, I have another request for you. Of you. There were others in my scouting party. We were all wounded, some of us more gravely than others. I fear that my fellow knights may be in grave danger. Would you seek them out and tend to them as you did me? I will report to Ser Redwald, but fear that by the time he can muster reinforcements, several men will have perished. So I fly to the north. Although you really generally won't be able to fly when you're doing this quest, so. That's not true. I mean, who knows when you start Astrology and do it, but I think you have to be level 50 to unlock it. It was either 50 or 60, but 50 makes more sense to me. So if, for whatever reason, like, you got some job to 50 and you're like, I want to be an astrologian, then you definitely would not have flying in this zone. It's a long ride. It's a big zone. To the north, past the bridge, and not a whole lot farther than the bridge, we have a dark purple circle, meaning a fight, and a slow-footed knight in the middle of it. Here we go. Pegasus is about to go down, but it's fine. This will be quick. Wow. Really quick. Was that a Lancer that went down so fast? Pegasus is in damage mode, so. And we're done. 3 up, 3 down. We talk to the slow-footed knight to continue. I thank you, adventurer. I shall tell the fury of your kindness when I kneel before her at the gates too. I'll give you an aspected benefic again. How did you? It is as if I was never dealt a single wound. What manner of magics do you wield, friend? Friend? I tell him. Astromancy, but I thought the stars served only to grant us insight into the Horde's movements. Why are there not more astrologians in the field? You and your companions are in Falcon's Nest to discuss that very topic. Perhaps I can persuade the others in the garrison to attend. Now I must hurry back to the hamlet. My captain will want a full report on the day's happenings. We go back to Falcon's Nest. Is that what I should be calling these little, like, bases? These fortresses? Hamlets? I don't know. We find Jannequinard in the same place as last time. Bye-bye, Pegasus, in 10 seconds. Where have you been? When you did not return, we visited the northern gates and found the area astir with night activity. You left the hamlet to aid wounded scouts? You could have been killed, or eaten, or killed then eaten, or eaten then killed. What is this? You say your display of astromancy has impressed the knights into attending our event? This may work to our advantage. If the knights begin clamoring for astrologians to be assigned to their ranks, then the sea may just listen. Let us find these good men and inform them that the symposium is about to commence. We go to the east. That is where we fly. To the upper area of this hamlet. We find a wounded knight and another knight next to him. We'll talk to the wounded knight, but he's standing. They're both standing. Thal's hoar-frosted balls. Not a single person came. I told you this was a terrible plan. Use the confusion from the jam-packed symposium to approach the target, she says. You'll have her out of the hamlet before her companions even know she's gone, she says. Even a blind babe could have seen that no one would gather for a talk on astrology in the middle of swiving. They see me. And they're like, oh, shit. The astrologian who tended to my wounds. As you can see, both me and my fellow knight... why is he hesitating there? Both me and my fellow ... knight made swift recoveries. Thanks to your wonderful magics, of course. I talked to him about something. Reinforcements from the garrison never arrived? Reinforcement... Oh, yes, I spoke with Sir Redwolf myself. Perhaps he felt... I think that's a different name than last time. Perhaps he felt there was no need for reinforcements after I convinced him what an able healer you were. Yes, that's it. That was it. That is it, sorry. That is most certainly the reason, yes. And as much as we would like to attend, the captain has already assigned us to another mission. I'll apologize to you and your companions. Perhaps we can make the next symposium? Carry on, then. And they go walking out of the scene. And we talk to Laviva here. There's a nonplussed noblewoman, but she has a little quest thingy above her head, so she might actually not be part of this at all. But here's Laviva to continue with the cutscene. Well, that is that then. The vault wins. Do not think of it as such, Lady Laviva. This is but one hurdle we must leap. The vault wants us to stop and turn around, and they will continue placing hurdles before us until we do. But we cannot let that discourage us. We must carry on until we reach our destination, or they run out of hurdles, says Jannequinard. Quimprain shakes his head. Jannequinard kind of shrugs. Ha! You cry over hurdles. You know not how lucky you were, says a Falcon's Nest elder. I'm just gonna grab... We'll see if I find a better scene, but I'll grab this really quick. I turn. The old man comes up to us. Did you come for the symposium? No, I wouldn't let anyone see me at that gathering. I'd be branded a heretic and sent to witch drop. Of course, or worse, they just slit my throat and toss me out to the beasts. Like as they did that other astrologian from the old world. The other astrologian? When was this? Says Laviva. We're all shocked at this. When you reach my age, all the summers melt together. My hair still had color, so it must have been at least a score. Maybe more, mayhap less. Mayhap more, mayhap less, sorry. He turns and leaves the scene. There was an astrologian who was... But it was long ago. It could not have been anyone you knew, says Jannequinard. Her head is down a little bit. She's thinking. We cannot dwell on the past. We must needs find a way to interpret the cards we have been dealt, so that they might benefit the present, our present. No, it could not have been anyone I knew. I never had the chance to. Her mom, maybe? Father? She looks up to the sky as the snow falls. The camera pans up to the snow falling sky. You are right, Jannequinard. We mustn't let the vault, or bandits, or closed minds prevent us from achieving what we came here for. The stars will point the way. We're all looking up at the snow for a second, but... And we will help the people of Ishgard see that as well. She nods to him. And they walk out of the scene as the camera once again pans up to the snowfall sky. And back in Ishgard, we talk to Jannequinard. Jannequinard at Ishgard. We will take the... See, the funny thing about this, going back to Foundation, you get this little flight, like 10, 15 seconds tops, and then all of a sudden you hit this zone, and you're just in Ishgard. It was less than 10 seconds. It's crazy. Then he is in the Astrologicum Athenaeum. Oh, god dang it. Wrong way. God's damn it. I want to do at least 4 dungeons after this. So, the daily main scenario, and then what I do is I queue for... on my level 52, so like Astrologian, Warrior, and Bard. Sorry. Each of them does one of either Castrum Meridianum, the Praetorium takes too long, Snowcloak, the Keeper of the Lake, or the Porta Decumana, the fight against the Ultima Weapon. Because they all give enough tomestones of poetics to make them worth it. And the the Praetorium, it just takes too long. But yeah, I do those 4. So each one of those 3 classes will do one of those 4. And then Painter, Pictomancer is gonna do the main scenario. We'll see if I do leveling on anything today. It really doesn't, I don't care much about it, but we'll see. Here's Jannequinard for the turn-in. Lady Leviva did not take the old man's recollection of the slain astrologian well at all. I understand that hearing of a fellow colleague's death might unnerve someone, but you would think she had lost her father. Oh, Jannequinard, what have you done? I will not live down this offense. You see, the astrologian of whom the old man spoke, it so happens that I knew him well. His name was Rufin. R.U. Frank I. Nancy. And he was my friend and confidant when I studied in Sharlayan, my only friend. He followed me back to Ishgard when my stay in the city-state was cut short by the Exodus. His dream was to rekindle interest in the forgotten techniques which gave rise to Ishgardian astrology, but this was a time when the Holy See was even more opposed to foreign ideas than they are now. That evening I discovered him bleeding at his bureau was one of the saddest in my life, but even at the hour of his death, Rufin remained strong, and he made me promise that I would not let his dream fade because of the closed-minded. Not that has gone particularly well thus far, yet perhaps if we reach a greater accord with the stars, they will to show us the way forward. They will to show it. No. Yes, that sounds likely. 48,360 experience points, 1163 gil, and the quest is complete. Level 54? I actually have not been checking. Are they all 54? Yeah. These ones do 54, 56, 58, 60. And then the ones from 60 to 70 have like 60, 63, 65, 68, I think, and 70. Like they do one less. Wait, no. 2, 4, 6, 8, versus 3, 5. Yeah, 1 less. I don't know why that was so stupidly hard. Anyway, Jannequinard and myself, thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Toodaloo. Bye-bye for now. Oh, Ryo, bye-bye. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.